Okay, so most of you probably watched the debates the other night, and I think we can all agree to some extent that these are not the ideal candidates that we want to have here running for president. But with that said, I think there's a couple takeaways that I had from it if I'm giving my reaction to the debate. And number one is that we're not debating well anymore. We're not talking about real things that affect real people and answering them in real ways. You watch back on the debates when like Reagan was debating, or back when even Clinton was debating, or any of those people, like there was good conversation, there was good questions, there were well-intended debate moderators. Everyone was there for the most part for the betterment of America. You felt like they were there because they cared. And when I listen to the debates now, I just hear division. I just hear frustration. I hear anger. I hear, let's bash the other side. Let's talk bad. It's like we're getting onto the debate stage to see who can insult the other person better, rather than coming up to the stage and just presenting, here's my plan for why we can make improvements to the economy, why we can make improvements to healthcare, how we can make whatever it might be. We're not walking up to the stage and saying, this is what's best, and this is what I think I can do to help America move forward. And so it's disappointing. I think, if I'm going to evaluate the candidates, if I'm looking at Kamala Harris, we'll start with her. I thought she was better than what everybody expected her to be. I thought she came up decently poised. She looked like she was prepared, which I don't think a lot of people were expecting. But I feel like she handled herself okay, given what today's day and age of a debate looks like. And so I say that with prefacing with what I just said earlier, that they weren't there to, give policy and give information. They were just there to bash each other. I think she could have done a better job looking at it the way I want it to be in giving policy. Let's give some stuff that you're going to be. She presented no policy on what she was going to be doing, and so that's a fact. I mean, there's nothing substantive there that we can look at and say, okay, now I know exactly what she's going to do to fix the economy. Now I know exactly what she's going to do to fix the border crisis. Now I know exactly what she's going to do to improve healthcare. So there was really no clarity there. But what she did bring was just a little bit of calm. She had a poise about her, and it was the first time that I was somewhat impressed with Kamala Harris. And on the Trump side, I thought he was a little bit unhinged. I thought he was patient for the most part, but there was a couple things that really got him unhinged when it came to the debate. Again, he was just too divisive. He was too much about why I hate this person standing next to me, why the Democratic Party is so wrong, and less about projecting hope, and less projecting about what's going to make America great again, if that's what you're selling. And so I just look at these candidates and I think, gosh, why can't we project hope? That's what we need to do. We need to project hope. And I wish we could have a candidate that could walk up to the stage and say, this is my hope for America. America is awesome. America is the greatest country in the world. I love this country that we live in. And I respect this person next to me for coming up to the stage and wanting to do what's best for the country. Here's what I'm going to give you, and here's what I think is going to be best, and what I think can do the best job at bringing us back to where we want to be as a country. And then we can hear that from the other candidate. And then they can have some back and forth discourse and understanding, okay, your policy is this, here's mine, here's why I think mine's better. Not, you suck, I don't, I'm going to be good. I wish we could just get back to that. And it's sad to see the two candidates that we have available to us. Do I still think there's one that's better than the other moving forward? I think so, and I'm going to leave that to myself. I kind of think I know the way I'm going to be voting in this election. But at the same time, I'm disappointed with both candidates, and I've been disappointed for a while, and I think there's a better alternative. So if this is something that you wish you saw, leave a comment. Or if this is something that you've been thinking for a while, I'd love to hear your opinion on this. And if you're old enough to remember the old days of debates and things, I'd love to hear back from you about what it was like back then compared to what it is now, and what you think. But I just had this on my mind all day. I had to get it out to you, and I'd love to hear your feedback and what you think. But most of all, most importantly, I learned this with being in ministry, with trying to lead a family, and I think it's just as important in leading a country as you have to be able to communicate hope in a meaningful way. And it can't be empty promises. It has to be, I have hope that America can be here because we believe that America is awesome. And so there's my thoughts. Leave yours in the comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and consider subscribing to the channel.